So let's go. We have 16. So from here, just looking at these few columns, we can see that the range is like less than 1 and greater than 20. So that's kind of the range you use to get the experience. Then company size, you have a lot of null values there. But I don't think we are going to go ahead, Kenny, because this is a range, so might just leave it like that. Next up, we have the company type. Yep, yes, private, limited, and so on. Funded. The last new job, so we can see the time. Maybe this is 1 year, greater than 4 years, never for somebody that's never had a job, and so on. So we see this is a range. So it's good to understand these values. So when we start converting them and putting them in categories, you actually understand why we are doing it because you have looked at the data set and you have seen the values and you actually know like what how they look like. So that's why I'm going through it. If not, we have gone straight to start implementing what we are supposed to do here. Then training hours. We can clearly see that this one is an integer. Job change. We can clearly see 0 equally represent yes. Sorry, 1 represent yes and 0 no. So we might have to let's just look at the null value first and we go ahead. Oh, let's look at the data types first. Let's look at the data types before we continue. It's very important because you might see job change, you'll see let's inspect and see what data type each column has. Mm, okay, let me see. I'll put this column. I want us to be seeing the data, the table, and the data types for each column as well. From there, it'll be easier for me to explain. So let me just run it so we see both of them. I hope the table is going to show. Okay. All right. So you see job change. You actually see it's stored as float. You really see it makes no sense to be storing. You have 1 and 0 and you're storing as float. So you see this, we need to convert this to Boolean because it's just 1 and 0 and it's really clear from there. You have trading as integer. Yeah, it's okay, perfect. Because Python is not really like Java that has, if it was Java, if you see, if let's just assume this is the maximum range 132. You could use something like a byte. Sorry, you could use small, not a byte, because it's already above 127. So to use a byte because it could be able to control value. But I'm just giving that example. I'm sorry, a lot of people have not used the programming language I keep using to give examples. But in Python here, we don't. I don't know if there's something less than float, another smaller data type, but we just have integer, float. That is the common ones we use. So storing storing training hours as integer is fine, perfect. We have last job, company size that all stored as object experience, company size. Where is the company size? You see as a range, so it's okay to store as that. Although we might have to convert some to categories. And then we have where was I? Experience, yeah, experience. The same object. We have up to city index. Yeah, so this city development index now we have float. We see it's good float. You can all see that all decimals are all they have all decimal points there. So it's okay. Then city object, yeah, and student ID integer. So I think that is just basic inspection of our data. So let's just look at quickly print the null values. Let's just see. The GS underscore jobs. Let's just get this someone at once. Oh, I forgot the print statement. Squeak, So if any column has a missing value, as we have already seen for some columns, they have no values already. You might have to fill or drop them, but I think we can just move on rather than wasting time there because that's not the essence. We are not really, that's not really part of the exercise that has been given. But while training your model, you have to drop all those null values. You don't get null values and the thing you train them with. It's always good to drop them. Okay. There are really null values, gender, enroll universities. Okay. Mm, it's really a big data set, 19 columns, 19 rows, sorry. So for gender, you see we have up to 4,508 null values. And we have that. So we have measure, discipline, education level, enroll university. I think that's all. The rest, they don't have no values. So let's look at what is really important here, all this inspection. Even aim that will help us towards this exercise is looking at the unique values for each column. Because while converting to categories, we must know the unique values for each column. Like for relevant experience, you notice there are two. You had, I think it has no experience and has experience. So there are two unique values there. So before converting all those things to category details, we probably need to understand and know what each column has as a unique value. So let's look at it. So we have to go through all those um, through the data set. Sorry. So I might just have to use a for loop here to iterate that thing a bit fast so I get the count and the unique for each column. So let me use for ds underscore jobs. Okay, double of columns. Is this how? Okay, sorry, I wanted to take the autocomplete. Next line. Oh, not next tab, next line. Next line, no next tab. You just say unique. We can name this variable as unique values or anything. Unique values and not with ds underscore. I don't even. I'm just naming the ds underscore job because that is part of the requirement they want us. Not actually because it's a little bit long and boring to be typing that thing all the time. Then we, as I said, let's also do the count. So just same process. Then here count all the spell and unique. Okay, I think this is it. Yep. Then let's just print and see it's up. Print. Mm. Mm. I can just put push one first. Is it the count then unique values? I have to print on new lines. Let me just next line and just print the columns then Let's print the count as well. Count. This is to print counting the unique values. Um, unique values. I just close. Then I want us to can also just print the same thing here. Print f string. Then count the count. There's no need to sort them. I think we can just go straight ahead rather than wasting time to begin to sort them. Then just comment this line. As our sign sort. So we have all these ones don't matter. This 19,000 unique values we have. Student ID is unique. Then we have I think let me print the unique values as well. Just iterate through and print. For graphs again. And then unique. Okay. Then just print them. Then we just print out. It might be scattered, but let me run this time, and so at times seeing the count might not make sense. Let's look at the values as well. Okay, there's something might be a problem with the loop. It just prints all the values, and that's it will make no sense for me to start looking through this almost infinite. So after I did the mistake was initially from the beginning here going through. I could just take for each column and we get the count. But let's just look at this one I did here because I have to rewrite that. So let me get this thing out over here. When you get this thing inside, that's why I keep printing for each. So let's just proceed. So we can see relevant experience. We have two values, as I said, has no experience and the rest. Enroll university theory, we have 6 and so on. Job change, we can confirm here and use this as a boolean. So this one that has two values, boolean. We can use this as well as a boolean, and gender we can always convert. I don't know, I have 3 genders. Okay, they know that's why count is male and female. Okay, so that is it. Next, I think you see that job changer is clear boolean. Relevant, has relevant experience, no. It is has relevant experience, no relevant experience. I think that should be it. Then let me comment on this out. Let's see the data set again. Seems to have taken a lot of time just looking through our data set. I thought we were going to finish this one and do there's this other topic that was data communication, something like that. All right, has 11. Then for education, there's something I want us to see the education level. You have graduate high school, graduate high school. But after when we're doing, we have to be looking at the unique. We might have to look at the unique values for each column, so we know exactly what we're doing. Because maybe looking at this, you can never know all the unique values for each column. So okay, no problem. Let's move on. That's just what I wanted to let you guys know. So let me just copy relevant experience and no this education level. Copy column name and we can get the relevant experience. So they just come here. This one was just a count. I didn't know that for loop was going to misbehave. I had no idea. And yeah, I was just writing thinking we were going to do what I want. The data set was actually big. So let's just look at the count. There's no need to really try to rush things or because when we rush, we end up wasting more time. So print, just print once. So why is it the TS underscore jobs? The unique. Sorry, jobs. Get the column that one. Education level. That's what. It's not. I copied and I'm pasting it. A different thing is at education level. Let me just type it. Okay, let me those prints and see what we have. Communicating with people. Let me just check here to be sure. At times you spend your time talking alone without knowing you're alone on the call. Okay, let's go back. What's the problem? I can even see the problem if I even see the error message. There is somewhere there. Okay, so we can see these are the um, although that the relevant. These are the different values that we have, the unique values that we have in the education level. We have graded that this is not none. I think that it should also be not a value, not a number, or none. What should it mean in terms of education? I have no idea. And if you are to replace, there's no way you say take the average here. There's no average here and replace. So they have primary school, high school, and the rest. So that will be the same thing for the rest. And if we are to get their other values, but it's better at least better we just go straight and we can start looking at the first of they say containing categorical with only two factors. And let's start changing the data types because I think that's what we have to do. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a copy of this data set. So because I want us to just compare some memory because I've been talking about memory optimization here, so memory usage and the rest. So they want us to see, they say you should notice a substantial decrease in memory usage. All right. They have given you the method and they want you to have this new data set ds underscore job transform. So you need to create again, you need to create a copy of the original data set. And I think let's just start from here. We have already read the data set. Let me just create the ds underscore job underscore transform. Sorry. Equals to ds underscore jobs. If we leave it last, though, do we know what will happen? If we just align like this, we see that this ds seems like I didn't even choose what I was supposed to write here. That's why this thing keeps showing right. Let me see. Okay, let me just add from here. I don't know why it's showing right. Python. Just copy it here and paste there. Actually, it should show. Oh, it's still the same thing. I expected to see some colors. There's no problem. Let's move on. But if we leave it like, you know the problem, because once you edit this ds underscore job transform, it's going to directly affect this our old data set we have been using. So that's why we need to add this copy method here. Then we create now, it's like creating now an independent data set now. It's like wait, what you do on this transform data set does not affect this other one. So from here now we can be able to compare the memory usage here, because if we just leave it like that, any edit that we do on the transform will probably edit the normal data set we had before. So that I think that's the main job of that copy. Then I think we have already identify and look at it. So we took a lot of time inspecting the data frame, and we need to start converting now those integers. Let's go back up and we saw they gave us some assignment here. Whether we should go, let's just do the integer. I said integer, so right before going to the boolean, sorry, although I'm not following what the order. So they say columns containing integer only must be stored as 32-bit integer. Let's look here. We have 64-bit integer. So we start converting integers from 64-bit. So yes, let me just copy this thing. So I just be able to copy and paste. I'm gonna be typing. Very boring to be typing all that long stuff instead of just typing here. So that was the student ID. Then I just copy again and I paste. Just paste what I already copied. Student ID again. Then we use as type as we have been using before. Then in 32 instead of 64, because that's what we're asked to do. Let's look again. Training hours. We do the same thing for training hours. Training underscore hours. Must type. In 32. So we normally know that as type is the main method that we use to change the data type of a column. So we specify that we want 32 bits instead of 64. And let's quickly check. I always like we verify things before move on. So if there's an error, we can always correct it early enough. Okay. All right. We can clearly see that we have now it's 32-bit, 32. So the changes are going. Let's go now. We just handle the numbers. We can go to float. Yep. I don't know why I keep skipping boolean. Let's go to float. I'll do that one. Um, so this will be converting. The float is from what are we to convert from I64. I64 bits to 32. Let me verify. Okay, 64. 64 or 16 is not even alright. Not am I thinking of. Then so let's verify again which columns here have float, city development index, and job change. But that job change has specified that any column containing two factors must be stored as boolean. So for the job change, we are not going to touch it. We are following the instruction which was given in the project description for the instruction. So we are going to do only for the city development piece. No, city underscore development underscore index equals to that. This repeat again the same thing. The last type float 16. And I think just copy this and we quickly verify what we are doing on the right track. Then we run again and we verify. So this float 16 normally is just 2 bytes, but there's a little bit, you need to be a little bit careful when you're using this float 16 because it might later need some high precision, like high precision numbers. So you must be sure that you don't need that high precision before you move down to float 16. Because that time that you might have temporarily upcast, to 32 or 64 for computation, but for this our case, this float 16 is just perfect. So let's move on with it. So okay, the cut has finished running then. So which one? Okay, as I said, this one job change is boolean, so I'm not going to touch that one. Let's just do it now. Let's convert it to boolean. Okay, so converting job change to boolean. It's currently float. Oh, I forgot that copy plus the info. Just copy that because I might have to then. I think we already saw. Okay. Let me print this thing out. I already did something here. I want us to print the unique column for relevant experience. Just copy this and I just change that to relevant experience. We already verify that already. I mean job change. No. Let's move ahead. It's not what I'm trying to do, is not necessary. I don't think so. Let's just go ahead. Then um relevant experience, that is the column name. I think it's necessary. Let's just do it because relevant experience has two object values. I really wanted to show you that one. It's necessary because we have to do that for the relevant experience and job change. Paste that here. It was job change. I was thinking not necessary, but for relevant experience, it will be really necessary. Okay. As we can see here, there are just two, as we said, has relevant experience. No, I've repeated that like 1 million times. So let's just move ahead. Relevant experience. Then convert that to a boolean and we just move on. So we can test. Let me just copy this in the paste. Relevant experience again. I'm only going to be typing these things up and down. We have really long column names, and I was thinking of changing it, but I didn't know it was going to take time like this. So what we are going to use a mapper here. So we're going to use this map function, and we are going to place our relevant experience to what we want that and has no relevant experience in a dictionary. I think that is the best way to do this rather than doing manually. So what do we have in this dictionary? So we can have, okay, let's just copy because I don't want to make a mistake of typing it out. So just copy that and paste there. So has relevant experience, that is the key, which we are going to give it a value of true. Okay, then next will be, let's just go next line. Has, it will be no relevant experience. The we are going to give this one value of false. Then we will convert using our as type as usual. Then out of this mapper, so dot as type, I think so. Needs to be a bool. Then let's check if just copy this one again and let's see if we are on the right track. I don't know, I keep forgetting and writing below this and working up. Let's just move on. So it has not changed. Job, okay, what else is this? Okay, sorry. I keep looking at this job change. Relevant experience. It has changed to Boolean. So this map, maybe many of people have not used other this thing like map because it's more a little bit of advanced Python, but not advanced, I think intermediate Python you should be able to see. So it actually replaces each string with the corresponding values. As you saw, we have has relevant experience here, it actually replaces that with true. Just do that. You could use a for loop to do that, but it begins to waste, it's wasting time. So there's no need. So we just use that short method. Then we do the same thing for job change. Quickly, job change. Let me just, okay. Let me copy this underscore jobs transform. Yep. This column job change, job underscore change. Then you just simply follow the same process, exactly the same thing, because we have to convert that one, because they actually one, although it looks binary like or a boolean, but it was actually stored as a float, so we need to change that. So let's mix this. We have to, okay, we'll pull it up because we don't change, I think. Yeah. Then use our map, use the dictionary as we did before, and just go down to make it a little bit. Yeah, I'm not going to put it again in quotes since it's actually float. It's not a string or an object. And put zero for us. If it was an object before, we're going to put it in quote. So as type full. I just have to do this one and run rather than running this thing all the time. So this is same logic there. So we have to do a lot of conversion here. So change. So at least we are making some progress. I think we have done for the first three. Yeah, the first three is done. So we just move. Let's move to the columns containing nominal categorical data. The second must be stored as a category of the category data type. So category is a type of data type in pandas. I hope you guys know that. I think that's what we did the last class. Let's look at which one is that. We are going to start which one. Okay, like gender. It had a lot of no values. But let's just look at you have city. Those ones they have no order. You have gender has no order as well. Which one is it? I think this measure discipline should have no order and company type, yeah, company type has no order in size, but we are just going to put that and convert them immediately. So we are not going to do one by one. We are going to do for those four columns at the same time. So I think what we can do is we just can create a list and iterate through that list. Yep, we'll just let me the list. Okay. Okay, I think I've sent the attendance form and you guys can sign from there. Is this no? I'll see here. Okay. So let's just go ahead and we work with this. So we are on this is the fourth one we are doing, containing columns containing nominal category that must be stored as a category data type. So let's go. So let's say converting. This is the nominal categories. I'm just going to use that short form cat as category. So let me just create now this our list of nominal. Nominal. Okay, does not have nominal call this anything. So this our array will contain those columns names. We have city at index 0. The next we have gender. I think we really took time and looked through the data set, so I think you guys should be understanding why we are doing this. That's why I think we spent like the first 45 minutes just only going through the data set without doing anything meaningful. Because it was very important to understand. Because once you don't understand your data set, where you will never really have a clear picture of what you are trying to do, even when the instructions are clear. Just because you don't understand the data that is there, you don't really know what to do. So let's go again. Look at this measure. Let me just copy this thing rather than typing it. Then next up, we have the company type as well. I think all those things they have no order. Company size, I'll just leave that out because you might order it in terms of a big or large. You might take those range. You might take the range and say, okay, from range 100 to 500, you can classify as a startup there. You can say from 1,000 to 10,000, classify as whatsoever I want. So I think the company size can be ordinal. So let's just go through this array quickly. Mm, okay, let me copy this DS job we have. I feel like I could not follow the instructions and just name this the copy data frame as DF. Typing this long thing all the time is not it's very boring. For those columns, as I said. We could have done this thing 4 times, but this method is the shortest method to save us a lot of time because I just done it like the way we did for the other ones. But this one, since they are very similar, it's good we just do like this. And I'm forgetting what I was doing. Okay, there's supposed to be this is equals to not that. Then the same process here again. And we change now. The type should be category. Dot as type. Category. Yep. Let's run again. So by looping over that array, we can actually convert that very easy. So, but the actual pandas, what it does is like it stores the unique strings like in separate arrays. It stores a unique string as a separate array. Then it will replace each occurrence with the integer code. As I even mentioned it before, when you convert it to category type. So I already mentioned that it just stores just one occurrence of it. Then I'm beginning to use that integer code. So I'm just repeating myself here again. What the rate I'm doing. Okay. I'm transforming 4 columns. So we expect to see 4 columns here of category of G type category. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So let's look at the ordinal. Ordinal next. They say columns containing ordinal categorical data must be stored as ordinal categories and not mapped to numerical values with an order that reflects natural order of the columns. So we are down to this. I think yeah, we are moving. It's growing. So if we have it, we might do so. I think I had already printed the unique values for Education type, yes. Education type, I think it makes sense because there's some other here. We have primary school, the next we have high school, you have graduate, you have masters, you have PhD, and I think that's I don't know what is written there, but I have to replace that. So I was talking about the company size as well. So we have to look at the company size also. So I just think I'm going to print the company size order so we see what is actually there. Then what is next again? Then enrollment. I'll print for that and enrollment. Yes. But I think we have already done for most of them. So yes, let's just print for that. And for experience, I'm not going to touch that. So let me print for company size. Let me just copy this as well. Same thing. It paste here. Then what I'm looking for company size. Just why did I not just type rather than wasting time here? Then then we are going to do as well. We have to do also for the company. Sorry, we did it for enrollment university order because I've already done for relevant experience company size. So let's look at enrollment order. Okay, enrollment. This is enroll university. Let's see something here. Yeah, we are focused on the last two. I didn't want to be using the F string here to begin to write unnecessary stuff when we are understanding what we are doing. So I think it has finished running. So this is the company size. You have that. And also let's experience. I was talking about experience. I think I even get a range. I told you from less than 1 year to greater than one. So that is really something we forgot and it's important because I think that one is also ordinal because we can see there's already an order, more than 20 years of it's greater than 20 years of experience is normally greater than 10 years of experience. So what is the name of the column again? Okay, experience. Yep. So sorry for the delay. Let's just go. Mm, okay. We have seen the values now. You see, we have less than 1 year, greater than 20 years. So typically it ranges from 1 to 20. Less than, those are the values. Then he has the greater than and less than. So I think we have seen our order. So we can see we have education order, we have experience, the level of experience as well. This is it. And you have the company size. So those are things we can put in, we can classify them as ordinal because we can clearly see there's an order there. And also this university enrollment, enroll university, you see no enrollment, full-time course, and then you have part-time. We can put the order, we can see that we can say full-time course is greater than part-time course, and we can say part-time course is greater than no enrollment. So we can place an order on all these categories here, and we'll just move to convert them. So let's go now to converting it. Next, so this will be the ordinal. Yes, I'll just copy this. All right, so let's move on next. So we have to do the same thing and keep repeating. I don't know how we're going to do for all those four columns because there's typically, I don't think we can use a loop here. I'm sure. Anyways, let's just go very quickly. I'll be fast. So we have to convert those four to that. Let's start with education level. Well, that the first one. First one is I'll put here. Yeah, education level. Education level, just repetition and convert. Then we are going to use the as type as usual to convert. Okay. I want us to use the order here, so we have to use the order equals to true. Why there are no okay.
So Mr. Manuel, can I make an input?
Yeah, Mr. John, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think as regards trying to convert the ordinal category to its proper type, that's for the education level. I think what we need to do is we just have to be logical about it to know that primary school comes before high school and graduate and then master's and PhD. So probably what we do is maybe reorder it. So okay, you have to you are converting the we
Yeah,
can
I need to convert it
once you are
to
done
category
converting,
first.
yeah, okay,
And
first. Oh,
there's just a method where
okay.
you use that convert. You just set to true, then it's going to set the order. So I think
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead, well done.
okay, category. Sorry. Something like this then. Categories. Oh, before doing that, I forgot to create. There was supposed to be a list, the education list. I forgot to create. So let me quickly create education order. So it will be an array. It will be in the order in which I want it. So I think is that what you were trying to say, Mr. John?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, I get you. Because I'm trying to hurry up. Maybe I'm thinking that we might not finish in time, but let's just do. We are almost done. I think this is the one of the last thing we have to do. Let's just have one more left. So that array, let me just copy. I think we already had this primary school first. Then we have high school next. Then we have graduate. High school. As with this, we have to do the same thing for the rest of the columns that we have to convert. So you see, this one is actually wasting time. It's not as quick as the last one, masters. Then easy. So let me just verify if those columns names are okay. It's okay. So we just move on and continue converting. So we are going to pass that list here. This will be equal to education. Education order. Order, then we set the order equals to true. And let me run and see. I keep this thing was supposed to be down here. I don't know. I keep typing before it.
I know.
Then let's see. That is for education level. Okay, so it has actually changed. So let me just copy and we do the same. Let me just create the list now for the next. So which column is next that we are going to take? Let's just take a different column next and we'll continue from there. Okay. So experience order next. Let's just take on the experience order. Experience order. Let me see later here. We need to create the array as well. Exactly what we did above there. So we just create the same thing. But here we are really seeing it a little bit different because we have values from 1 to 20 and we have another value that is less than 1. We have another value greater than 20. So, and it is actually stored as an object, not a float. So we'll have to do something tricky here to handle those values. So let's just get this then. I think we'll have to go, we can create a range from 1 to 20. Yes, then we'll generate those values from 1 to 20. Then we convert these values back to strings. I think that order will make sense for there. So let's just go ahead. Let's say equals to is plus s plus how we know I'm using 21 because this range function normally will iterate just from 1, count from 1 to 20. So if I wanted to end at 21, I have to take 22. Okay. Since okay, then we have to convert it to string. We have to convert it back to a string because that is what is actually being used as the data type for that column. So let's just convert back what we have done there to a string. Okay. Then here we can have now the last we had something greater than 20. Greater than 20. Yep. Then we just copy the same thing we did here and we paste down here and we just change some few things. So just the same thing we did there. So the column name yes experience. Let me just copy and anywhere I see experience I replace with anywhere I see what was that column we did before. So education level, anywhere I see education level, I just have to replace with experience. This is the fastest way to go. Then just put other. See if what I've done is going to work. Valid in syntax. Okay. I'm trying to use an array that does not exist. I was for experience. I have a key error somewhere. Experience key error. Okay. It could be here. Let me close this in. Okay. Okay, let's check the experience column. Okay. So let's quickly move to the next sub as well. Company size, sharp. Yes, company size sub is company size order. Okay. Let's look again at those unique values. It's boring to be copying those things one by one. Oh, this is the most boring part we have here. So what's the first one actually? Um, less than 10. After I have less than 10, we have this. And just 10 to 49. So that's just how I'm going to replay them. So create our array again. We have less than 10. Then I think we have, let me look at them so I don't have to come again and begin to look. Next we have 50 to 59. All right, 100 to 149. Then from there we have 500. Yeah, so I think I'll be able to remember that. Then 59 to 100. 50 to 99. That is from 100 to 500. Was it 449? I think it was 499. Let me just confirm. All right, it's 499. 500. Then after that, what do we have next? Okay, 500 on 500 now. So we have 1000. Okay, let me just copy this one so I don't forget. Copy. Then next will be this and plus 10,000. And I think we are done with that. Okay. Where will be? Yes. Okay. Is that the next? That will be from 5,000 to 9,999. then plus 10,000. So we can clearly see there's an order here. Although in the beginning it was as if it was not clear, but the order is clear now. Then let's do exactly the same thing here again. Just copy and replace. And just replace with company size. Simple. Company size. Company size order. Then I think that should work. Then we go to the next. I'm just going to run all of them. The next one at the same time. Enroll university order. So we just save some time. Is that it? Enroll university order. Oh, this last new job. We have to look at it. Let's just do this one. We look at that column. I think we picked that one as ordinal, but we have not added it to our list. So let's just do for this one and we go and look at it quickly. Order. So we have some. Let's look again at we had. So I said we had given we had put this in. So full time always come first. Full time, then part time next. Then no environment will follow after. So this is my undefined order. Then I take away this. Then no enrollment should come next. No enrollment comes last in that order. Then no enrollment. So it's going to be the last on the list here. Then we just copy, we just do the same thing we have been doing here. Then, okay. So enroll university. Yeah. So anyway, we just see experience, replace it by enroll university. The company size, sorry, we replace by enroll university. Company size, enroll university. Okay. The same thing here. And let's just run one more time and see before we go and look at I said we have forgotten this last order. I don't know why we forgot about it. But that's simply the only column we have touched. So yes, it has actually been converted. You see, we have I think yes, that's the only thing that's still the last job because we have done for all this only thing that's the last new job. Last new job. Let's look at the various unique values we have there. Okay, go up. This is last new job. Last new job. Okay, so this our we have never yes, you have one greater than 4, So what did we, that last new job? I think that was a the description was a difference. It was just it's talking in terms of years, the difference between your old job and your current job. Yeah, the old and the current job. So I think I already explained it before. There's no need to explain it again the second time. So I think everything is clear. So this is the order. You put it in that order. Okay. But let me see. I'm surely made a mistake somewhere here. I reverse the order of this thing. Uh, I reverse the order. I'm supposed to put it. This one is supposed to be second. Oh, there's a big mistake here. Sorry. I'm supposed to put in ascending order, not descending order. Just when I look at that one, I remember that I made a mistake here actually. So we have seen the various. So let's just create the last new job order. Last new job. So we create our array again. We have never. I think that should be the first never. Okay, never. Then let's look again. Okay, we have one, two, three, four, and greater than four. So it's just going to go in that order. I just wanted to confirm. I didn't want to write something. One, two. Sorry, it's an object. It's not an integer. Three, four, and greater than four. Greater than four. Yep. So we just simply do again the same thing here. And we'll be done with that ordinal, with the ordinal stuff. So
All right. I think Simon is already done. Almost, if not almost done with. Um, I think what is left is to filter out students with 10 or more experience. I wish I had this notebook. Let me see if I can contact him. I can have access to his notebook to just continue. Oh, we have 15 minutes left. So I think we just have to stop there. So following through, are there any questions that we would like to ask so that we can actually rectify them? Excuse me. Any question? Okay. All right. So basically, what we what we just did is 80% of what data professionals do, especially data analysts, preparing your data for analysis or for modeling, whatever the case, or for modeling as data scientists that we are. A huge chunk of our job is to ensure that our data makes sense and is fit for modeling, more like preparing its preparatory tasks. All right. Um, so I don't know if there are any questions maybe on what he was doing. You didn't understand the syntax he wrote, you didn't understand the procedure, particular procedure. I do not have his notebook, but I have access to the project. But I prefer the solution to it, but with a different, with a different approach. All right. So I will not be able to explain with my approach. But then, if you have any questions, you can ask before we call it an evening. Any questions? All right. I think there's none. Please do check the chat box. The link to the attendance form was pasted. I guess I might need to paste it again for those that missed it. Um, by the way, our attendance is reducing. So I don't know if we were asked initially, but I know about quite a few number of persons have met me to make complaints and to discuss their challenges, especially in the line, especially those who are students who are actually preparing for exams or are having a very tight schedule with lectures and are not able to meet up and all of that. We are taking those into consideration, all right? So please, we actually want us to go together. It wouldn't make sense if towards the end of the cohort you've not learned at least 50% of everything that you ought to have learned. It will also make sense if you cannot make attempts to write the certification exams, or it will also make sense if you did not participate in the classroom project, because the classroom project would encompass all that we have been going through. We don't want to jump over your heads. We actually want to, the essence of this breakout session is to come down to the basics, because sometimes I know most of us might not be able to relate well with the mode of communication and presentation of concepts on data camp platform. That's why we are having the breakout session, so that we can come together and put our heads together to see how a problem is tackled, to see what the concept means. Okay, so please speak out. All right, breakout sessions are very important. We're getting towards the end of our preparation period, all right? So please, I know some persons have been having difficulty with taking courses and they told me, if you're having same too, genuinely, please, genuinely, you can meet any of the PAs. Mr. Joseph is here, I'm here, Mr. Emmanuel just left the call, or Mr. Usman, either of us, or Mr. Toluman and me, can meet any of the TAs and take note of it so that you will not be left aside. Right? Because there's going to be some filtering, there's going to be some sieving after now. So please. Yeah, again, I've pasted the link to the attendance form. You will have to click on it before this call ends. So yeah, the assignment for following week would be sent to us on data camp. So we are going to be assigned the courses and the project we'll be going through. And also, let's prepare for an external project. Yes, probably in this month of May, we're going to be handling an external project outside of DataCamp. All right, outside of DataCamp. So let's do well to um, be ready to tackle them. All right, so most times some of us um, are just limited to what is given us from DataCamp, which is not bad, but then we need to explore outside of DataCamp. So yeah, get ready. So I don't know if you see any other. So Joseph, do you have any other information to pass along?
From my hand, okay, thank you, Mr. John, for those words. I would also just like to reiterate to all students that if you have a challenge in any of the courses that have been assigned so far, you can do well. Either you reach out by email or on the Discord channel. Just tag any of the team of any of the TA's name on the Discord channel. Tag the name, myself, Mr. John, Mr. Emmanuel, anybody you know as a TA on the Discord. Just tag it so that you can be assisted out on any of the tasks or anything. Maybe you need more explanation or you need just a guidance. Because sometimes when you are trying to do that all by yourself, maybe using AI tools like ChatGPT to ask questions, you may not really get the explanation and all. So you can just do well to just tag anybody among the TA on the Discord of anything you need, any assistance you need, so that you won't be left behind or be stuck in any of the projects you're working on. So that's just what I would like to talk about, so that every one of us can be able to get to the end of the course happy. So that's just it for me. So, Mr. John, I think we can wrap it up here.
All right then. So please, everything that's been said, please do take note of them. See ya in the week. Thank you. Have a good night rest. Yep.
Yeah, and happy new month, everyone.
Yeah, happy new month. Happy new month. Welcome to May. I see you, Chinasa. I see you, Samiat. I see you, Amofa, Geraldine. Geraldine, where are you from?
Hi, I'm from South Africa.
Oh wow, oh wow. How's it going over there?
Well, yeah, it's going, I guess. I
So
guess
what's you guess? You don't know what the weather is like.
it's
What's
hot.
the
It's hot. It was raining yesterday. Today it's hot. It's like really, really hot.
oh my I think it's same here in Nigeria, in Lagos especially.
Right.
Today was very, very sunny, very sunny.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's same. I think it's same all over. Even in my city here in Akure, Ondo State, it's same here. The
So
weather is terrible.
I don't know what's wrong with Africa's climate, particularly Nigerian's climate. I don't know. Mr. Emmanuel, I used to share your screen.
Yeah, I just came back.
I,
Sorry, I was
I
out.
it's
Okay, yeah,
fine. It's fine. I don't know if we still have students on board because we just dismissed them because of the time. And no, the timing you left, and I guess your network. So you didn't come up early. So I was like, okay, let me just wrap
All
it.
right.
I didn't.
We are just left with because what I think. Let me just write the last thing we have. They
All
can
right,
just
all
look
right,
at
all
the
right. Go
code
ahead,
after.
wrap it up. We still have some students here. I think the call is being recorded, so we still have some students on board. They can
So let's
access the
just look at
recordings later to get to the. Yep.
management. Then it will be you can print out. What memory is this? We use that. There was the access use memory underscore usage, so that's what we are just going to use. So we are going to use for the first data frame the initial one underscore jobs, then dot memory underscore usage. Then we can just set maybe just have this one. Then and we do the same thing for the other one. We just simply do the same thing for the other data set. That zip equals to 3 actually counts the memory used by the underlying object inside the columns. So that is why I set it there. So let's just do for the next. This is the last thing we're asked to do. But here we have to use transform, not. Then this is, can just call it optimize here. Optimize. And let's run again. Okay. We have an error there. Job is not defined. Where could that problem be coming from? Okay, I have to run. Sorry. After refreshing this page, I have to run the whole. Let me just run everything. That's where the problem should be coming from. Run off. I click this button. Yes, let it save and run. And why has it not print? It was supposed to print a statement. Here, memory management. There, I don't see the printed statement. Okay. Oh, it should be above here. Okay, this is sorry. I was looking down. Is before this transform. So we can see that the original. You can see the original memory management. We can see. I see this is 12,391,700. You can see how it's using memory, but after we have done the conversion, we see we just have 100,000 below here. So we really see how we have saved like 10 times. We have optimized about times 10. So I think that is all what we needed, and we are done for the day. I think that is all. So there's no time. We have done something else, but that was the last thing we had to do. We have seen the memory optimization. We have seen that we have a times 10 we have times 10 optimize our current data frame, so it will be easy for our model to quickly understand and be better, uses less memory. I think that is the end, and would there even be time for any questions, because just 4 minutes, we have just 4 minutes left. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I think we can call it a night, except somebody has anything else to add to what I've said.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. I doubt. Or does anyone have any question? Because what he just did was just very minimal to the end of the focus of the project. He has done a bulk of the work before now. So, all right. Mr. Ayodele is asking if we can get the recording on Discord page. Yes. So usually on the, if you check your Discord channel, there is a channel that is titled announcements. I think weekly the link to each breakout session is usually pasted there. or you can go to YouTube and just type AI Community Africa, and then you'd get to see the videos. All right. So, yeah, you can actually, Mr. Ayodele Emmanuel, can get the recordings and the page. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Funkong Emmanuel. Um, so I've passed vital information to the students just while you were away. So I think at this juncture we just have to call it an evening so that we can um, pay attention or attend to other matters.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. All right, good night or good night,
Good night.
everyone. Good night, Geraldine. All right, good night, Mr. Just a good night as well. Good night. All right.
Good night.